Good afternoon, everybody. This is Matt here. I'm here in my barn getting ready to do an unboxing of the new CARF MiG-17. These are the 4 boxes you'll get from CARF. This particular airplane is painted. It's in an ARF Plus, which means it is going to have paint work done. The landing gear and gear doors are installed and finished. The pipe is installed, and the fuel tank should be installed as well. So what I wanted to do is walk through today and kind of show you what's in each box, what you should expect when you order something from the gang here at CARF, and kind of show you the quality overall. So I'm going to go ahead and get started opening some of the boxes, and I'll take some video as we go here. Okay, one of one is open, and it is the front half of the fuselage. You notice the packaging is really good on these. It's come a long way over the years to make sure nothing gets damaged. You can see this wood here so nothing gets crushed because the canopies blow up. I did cut the tape on the sides here so we can open this up so you can kind of see. There's a canopy piece there, so they want to make sure that this doesn't get smashed if it gets moved around. Nothing goes through it. Really, really good. There's also a packing list inside of each one of these boxes telling you what's what. The first one here has everything in it. Listen right there. We'll pull that out afterwards. Once we get everything out of the boxes here in the barn, we'll take it down to my new shop. This is my first build in the new location, so it'll be great to get it going. Okay, let's open box number 2, which I'm guessing is the back half of the fuselage. Here's box number 2 opened. Packaged pretty much the same way as box 1. You can see this back half of the fuselage. It's all captured in foam all the way around. Again, this one, just like the other one is. There's more plywood on top here to keep things from getting crushed. In case anybody sets anything on in shipping. Keeps the boxes contained very well. Oops, cut the tape on this side here. Take a look. Very nice. Even give you cradles to put it together with there, so you can work on it. All the way around here, more parts in there. Goody goody. That means box number 3 over there must be the wings and stabs. All right, as suspected, wings and stabs are in here. For those of you new to CARF models, this is how they package wings and stabs. They come in bags for shipping. They can be used, of course, for taking the plane to the field and such, but they're really designed for shipping, transport, that kind of thing. Really nice through. So it looks like you have, I'm guessing the vertical stab there, one wing here, and another wing there. Looks pretty good. No damage anywhere. It's wonderful. Let's start taking it apart and taking a look at some things now. All right, first piece up. Looks like it's going to be the vertical stab. I just pulled the tape off here. Let's see if I can't get this out without holding the phone here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Wow. The detail in this thing. That red really pops. It's amazing how light this is. Beautiful. How clean the paintwork is on these things. Such a nice job. And they do the vast majority of the painting in the molds. That is absolutely true. They touch up some things that they need to outside, depending on how the scheme is done. This particular airplane was originally the Red Bull MiG-17 that was sold to another guy that pulled the bulls off of it, and this is what we have now. Really nice. Let's look inside here. You can see how this is all, there's the servo pockets already in there. Look inside, you can see how clean this is. Really nice. Nice work. All right, next piece. Next up is the horizontal stabilizers. These things. I flipped them up top and bottom just to kind of show you how these are, how they look. But again, the detail in this thing, this is like a museum's quality airplane. Unbelievable detail in it. Really nice finish work. Very clean all the way through. Take some close-up pictures of the underside here. You can see where the servos go in. Even the horns and everything around these now, in case if you guys haven't had them in a long time. I mean, everything is already included. Doors here for the servos. You know, to keep everything nice and clean, neat, tidy. Look how thin these are. Wow, really nice. This is gonna look great. Next up's the wings. All right, a little bit of work. We have the wings out now, top and bottom. You can see that CARF, you know, they really did a great job packaging this. There is a lot of detail in this airplane. Again, this is a fully painted, ready to install, you know, all your radio equipment type airplane. God, look at the detail on this. This is so nice, so clean, amazing. You even see they package this and they have you know, pieces of foam in here to protect the wing fences and travel to your house and wherever you're going to get it shipped to. But really nice job overall. You can see the angles in this, how it goes in the fuselage. Here's the bottom side. So all the flaps are here. You can really see the detail in the black. It's amazing. And again, the horns are already installed. Just drop servos in. That's your aileron servo there. Flap servo there. And here are the two gear doors, which are installed and finished. I can see that even bolted here to the gear, I'm assuming that door. And then this is an inner door that will open up with a servo as well. And the gear is in it. You can see the wires here for it. You can kind of see the tires and stuff inside here. I'll show you more as we get into the build of this. Super amazing. Little detail of this airplane. So I mentioned before, Bill Reisman was the guy that actually flew it when it was in the Red Bull, when it's Red Bull scheme. Jason Soames, I believe Bill passed away and Jason Soames acquired the airplane afterwards, and there's no more Bulls on it. Top and bottom are gone, but this was actually, this airplane here, Jason sent, you know, I think 200 pictures to CARF. This is actually Ray Labonte's airplane now. And so we have a tremendous amount of detail with it. Very accurate, really great job. And super, super nice work from the CARF guys. All right, let's move on to the fuselage. So we'll start with the front half of the fuselage here. Again, rundown of the packaging. You know, CARF Models, they really make sure that the airplanes don't get damaged in shipping. So just take your time when you do this. That's the big thing. You're not going to rip through this and get this airplane up out of the box in 10 minutes. This is a good hour and a half, honestly, to get the airplane out of the box and without damaging it, and going through the parts, make sure everything is there, and make sure everything is exactly how it should be, and that you don't throw anything away, because there is so much packaging. I know several people that have accidentally thrown parts away thinking that it was just bubble wrap, but everything is really protected well. So just take your time, and it'll take me a few more minutes to get the front half out of the box. Yep, and here's some evidence. I pulled the front of the fuselage out, and there are more parts down here, so don't miss those. Throw them away with the boxes. And I would recommend highly, these are very large boxes. If you can store them somewhere, just in case you need to send something to somebody, or if you need to send a part back, or you know, anything in transit, I would recommend holding on these boxes if you could, put them in your attic somewhere or something like that. And you can see here that not only is the fuselage bubble wrapped, it is also covered in paper. And this is to ensure that the paint doesn't stick to the bubble wrap. As you know, it takes a few weeks for it to really cure. And, you know, they build the airplanes and they sit in the shipping box, and they could be, you know, different temperatures and things. So they put the paper on there to protect and keep the plastic on the bubble wrap to adhering to the paint. Also, on that bunch of stuff right here is most likely what was the canopy was, you know, taped on here or something like that. So take your time. Wow, this thing is amazing. I just got through the paper here, and look at the finish on this. So the full-scale airplane is metal in the front here. Look at that. That looks exactly like aluminum. That's a little funny on the camera sometimes, but look at this work. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. And you can see some more bits, as they say. That's for you, Ollie. Some more bits inside the plane. We'll go through some of those pieces here in a minute. And you can see, again, this is ARF Plus. So yeah, tanks are in. Look at the main fuel soaks. I've got two other here. Everything's plumbed. Wow. Super clean. Really nice work. I had to show you the bottom of the fuselage. It's cool. This black really kicks on with all these detail. It's amazing detail on this thing. But this does also have the gear in it, as I mentioned, in the wing. So there is the nose wheel in here, and the doors are fixed and on here. More nice work on here. Beautiful, beautiful work. Ray, I might have to keep this one. All right, on to the back half of the fuselage. Let's touch on the pieces that were inside the fuselage first before we go to the back half. So you can see now I need to go ahead and pull all the stuff out, which by the way, there were a lot of pieces inside the fuselage, which protects them in shipping. A couple of cool things here is that there is the landing gear and the gear doors and all that stuff already in the fuse. Awesome. Gear doors and canopies are my nemesis. Anyways, you see this stuff too. So you see some hardware. Hardware pack for the fuselage is actually taped down to this tray here, which is the radio tray. And you notice inside here too, there's these things. You're like, what the heck are those? Well, there's all kinds of doodads and things that were in one of the bags here, which are here. Pitot tubes, and I'm not sure what all these are, some kind of devices for full scale, but they're already set up. So all you do is just stick them in. Pretty cool. And they are the correct colors for this airplane too. Wonderful. Look at that. Looks like metal. Got some other parts here. I'm not sure exactly what that is yet. Probably part of the cockpit, I guess. These are pitot tubes for the wings, one on each side. Here's the frame for the canopy, painted red. I'm not going to pull this stuff out until I take it down the shop because I'm going to stick it back in the fuselage to walk down the hill here to get it out there. And some carbon fiber tubes. I'm assuming that has something to do with the stabilizer or something like that right now, but we'll figure that out as we go. All right, now we'll go to the back half of the fuse. Okay, on the back half of the fuselage, first thing I noticed, I mentioned before, were these stands. And these are really hard foam, really tough stuff. And, whoop, we have a friend there, a little spider on there. But it looks like this is got felt on it as well. So it's a assembly stand. I've actually worked with Andreas on this at the field a couple times, putting his together. So don't throw this away. This is important to help you put the plane together at the field or set it down or work on it, because you got a round airplane. It's not exactly the easiest to figure out sometimes. And there is a front and a back, and it's marked F, front, R, rear. Pretty easy. All right, on to the back half. So I stuck the back half of the fuselage on here. Set it on those little pieces there that came along to hold it. Also, you do want to notice there's this little piece here. I pulled the tape off it. What could be in here? So it is a box for the electrons. So I'm sure the controller is in here, whatever else to set it up. And I believe it should be programmed already. So we'll figure that out as we go, and as we put this together, which there will be a full build thread on this piece too. So follow along and we'll build it together, and I can answer any questions you have and take a look at this cool thing. So next off is to pull the bubble wrap and the paper off the fuselage. Okay, here we are with the back half of the fuselage, with all the packaging off of it. Again, just the detail in this thing's just unbelievable. Look at this. And I apologize, I keep turning the camera the wrong way. I've been kind of doing this on my phone today and kind of messed it up a little bit, but you guys get the idea. This does have the speed brakes on it as well. It's right here. That's what the metal parts that open up here. It's all hinged and done. I mean, look at the colors. This is really cool. Pipes in it. Beautiful. This is cool. Doesn't get a lot easier than this. All carbon pieces where the fuselage goes together with the carbon rods. Back of the wing goes through here. Nice big carbon bell mouth. You can see all the structure down there. And again, this thing weighs nothing. It's ridiculously light. I don't know what Andreas' airplane weighed overall, but I'm sure it was under 25 kilos for him to fly it in Europe. We're gonna put a 210 in this one. King Tech 210 will go in it. I think that's what we're gonna put in it. Really nice. Let's take a look at the bottom. Okay, here's the bottom part. Black matching the front. Really nice. I dig it. You can see the doors better this way. More of that aluminum finish. Looks really good on this thing. I know it looks a little funny on the camera sometimes. I don't know why that is, but it looks better in person than it does in the camera. Really nice. Well, I think that is the unboxing for today. Next up, we'll start assembly. Start putting this thing together. Shouldn't take a whole lot, I hope. Being that the hard stuff is kind of done already. Just comes down to rigging, which we're gonna go ahead and put, like I said, a King Tech 210 in this one. And it will be on a power box core, which I absolutely love. And then probably a new Royale. We'll put in it as far as that goes, as far as the power distribution. Servos, we may try to do power box servos as well. We'll see as we go. But more to follow. There's one more box we didn't touch on. That was the other little one. Let's get to the cockpit. All right, it looks like this little box is going to have scale cockpit with sliding rails, a lighting set, and an afterburner set, which that should all be from Unilite. This is the last little box here. Let's take a peek. Down here. Oh, there we go, just like that. Wonderful stuff from Unilite. I love this stuff to work with. Really nice, easy stuff to work with. Always works. Afterburner kit. There's the cockpit stuff under here. Feels like a kid at Christmas. This must be the cockpit kit. I'll pause the video here for a second and I'll get this unpacked. Yep, it's the completed cockpit kit. Here it is. Look at this thing. And this is ultra light. This is really lightweight balsa. As far as the structure that's painted, looks fantastic in the airplane because, you know, look, you can see the wood on the outside here, but on the inside, it's all finished up really nice. Look at this. Gorgeous. Really nice. This reminds me very much of the F-100 kits the same way. And we have a seat here I found too. Look at the detail on this thing. You can kind of see the size of this airplane with me holding this thing. I don't have too small of hands. Look at this. The detail on this thing. That's all finished up. Set that right in there. Damaging anything. There we go. Something like that. That's pretty damn nice. All right, let's move this out of the way. See what else is in the box. All right. Actuators. This must be for the sliding canopy. Those are always fun. And what do we got here? I don't know what this is. No idea what this is. We'll see here in a second. Aha! It's all the rest of the detail for the cockpit. This is the control stick here with the, looks like the pedals for the rudders and some pieces for the installation of this thing and to make it move, all that kind of stuff. It's all in there. Pretty darn nice. Nice not to make all that stuff. So what else we got in here? Okay, we have the Unilite Ultra Power ring. This is what looks real in this. Both rings, an inner and outer ring. Wonderful. There's a controller for it. And then we have one of probably two, maybe it's one controller. I'm guessing this is for the, this is a regulator for the linear actuators, the X-Reax actuators. And then we have the full CARF MiG-17 lighting bundle. Awesome. One last thing. Mr. Labonte had ordered, to go along the cockpit here, he ordered himself a fancy Wilson Lee pilot. Let's see what this looks like. Take him out of the back here. There it is. Wilson Lee makes the best scale pilots. So I'm assuming that Ray must have sent him pictures of the uniform that Bill used to wear. And it's got little patches, little Red Bull stuff on here. Nice, look at this. Very cool. So great in the airplane, great in the cockpit. And that's it for today. Next step is to start putting this thing together. See y'all soon.